Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chloe and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today I bring you the long-awaited Q&A. I made a video almost 2 months ago saying that I was going to make a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me questions and you guys delivered, and now I'm going to be answering them per your request. So here we go. Have my water bottle here just to stay hydrated. This is a reminder for you to stay hydrated as well. So I actually have my laptop down here. I'm not like the fancy YouTubers that have like I don't know how to edit those things yet. But I have my laptop down here and I'm just gonna be reading all of the questions that you guys sent in so I can like answer the questions. The first question is, can you please touch on your bisexuality in your Q&A? I remember you had a video about it, but I can't find it anymore. This is by Loudmouth Bay. So yes, of course. So I'm bisexual. I also identify as pansexual. I really don't touch on my bisexuality a lot because I don't feel like I have a lot to say about it. I'm just really open. I've been out of the closet for like 10 years now. Like it's just a part of my life. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm bisexual or pansexual. So yeah, it's not something that I have very present in my life because it's just such an integrated part of me that I don't really touch on it necessarily. Sorry for the crying kitty. There's a crying kitty demanding attention right now, as you can hear. But well. So yeah, just to touch on a little bit more, I did make a video about my bisexuality because for a really long time I did believe that I was bisexual. But not biromantic because I hadn't fallen in love with a girl yet. But then I did have my romantic relationships with women, and I realized like, oh, and I actually might be biromantic as well. So I do consider myself both bisexual and biromantic. I actually don't care that much about gender. I'm more so of like the emotional and physical connection that I can have with a person. So yeah. This is not a question, but it's really sweet. Isabella Smith said, girl, drop the skincare routine. You're fucking glowing. Thank you so much. I will be making a skincare routine. The last video that I posted has a blog in it where I basically did my morning routine, but I will be making a video specifically with my skincare routine with all of the products detailed for the morning time and for the nighttime. So that's coming up for sure. Leah Seawood asked if I will be sharing a trip of my Florida blog back in May. I came back in May. Well, I actually came back in almost June. So yeah, I do have some footage about the trip. It's just not very interesting. It's just me hanging out like in the area where I was and just showing off my boyfriend's house, like just eating meals. It's not a very, very interesting footage, but if you guys want me to post it, just leave your comments down below. I'll be open to do so if you want to. Morrigan, which always is making an appearance in my channel, love you girl, or they, them, or he, him, I don't know your gender, but love you. They did leave a question that's very interesting, specifically if I had fun in my trip. I did, I had an amazing time. But the other question was like, I mentioned that I started figure skating in my video, and she asked if that was a replacement for weightlifting, because I mentioned that I used to have a very, I am recovering from atypical anorexia, so it's a very debilitating eating disorder, and I did use physical activity like weightlifting, like very, very heavy weightlifting as a compensation kind of like method, or just something that you do to burn calories. And I did have like an Instagram account where I would document my progress and very like fit inspiration, that type of stuff. I deleted everything, but basically I shared that I started adult figure skating, and she asked if I was actually having a good time with adult figure skating, like where was I at, or if it was kind of like a replacement for weightlifting in the sense of like a compensatory thing to burn calories. And I don't think I was doing figure skating because of that. I think I was just actually having fun with it, not really thinking about the calories, but I was definitely still pretty much in the thick of it of my eating disorder at the time. I'm currently not figure skating anymore because it's so expensive. Like I can't even explain to you guys how expensive it is. I don't know if it's the same in every country, but in Argentina, figure skating is not a big thing. It's very rare to find like rinks and stuff. There's only 2 in the whole country. One is in my city, thank God I found it, but it is just so difficult to find the rinks and actually to be able to afford it. I was actually renting out my skates because it's so fucking hard to buy them because they're so freaking expensive. So I had to quit. I'm currently just doing yoga for, gentle exercise and just joyful movement. I really like doing it. It makes my body feel good. It makes me feel relaxed. There's no physical, I'm not trying to achieve any physique or anything through it. But just to answer your question, when I was figure skating, it was absolutely completely detached from how I looked, though I was still pretty much in the thick of an eating disorder at the time. Still recovering from an eating disorder, but not doing as bad. I'm doing much, much better, thank God. Maybe underscore puta, that's an awesome name. Oh my God. What's your favorite show to watch? She asked, or he asked, or they asked. Oh my God, so many genders. Oh my God, I have like my classic favorite shows to watch, like Sex and the City is one of my classic shows. I really like a show, it's an Australian show called Please Like Me. It's also like kind of like a comfort show that I keep coming back to. I just love that show so much. I love Game of Thrones until season 8. That's a fucking disappointment. I actually rewatched Game of Thrones recently. And for a more like recent TV show that I really, really loved, Heartstopper. Oh my God, that show made me so happy. Like, I don't know why, but every person that I tell, like, hey, go watch the show, they love it. It's so nice, it's so cute, and every fucking trope that they could have fallen into and that they kind of tease that they're gonna fall into, they debunk and they make it so perfect. And it's just, I don't know, the representation of LGBT characters is so good. Like, oh my God, I could do a whole video essay on Heartstopper and why it's so good. But yeah, I'd say those are the shows that I've been watching lately, or my comfort shows. Peaches and Cream asks, what are your thoughts on abortion and sex work? I know this is controversial, but I'm pretty sure you'll be open to discuss, lol. Yeah, of course. I am pro-choice. I've always been pro-choice. And when it comes to sex work, I think it really depends on the person, like if it's a choice, if it's something that you're choosing to do, then you do you. There's a lot of more openness when it comes to sex work acceptance nowadays with OnlyFans and all that stuff. I'll never judge anyone for what they choose to do. I have a problem when it's not a choice, when it's imposed on you, when, sex trafficking exists. And that's where I have a fucking problem and where I think it's terrible. But I think it's a very broad discussion. I could also make a whole video about it. And I do think I need to educate myself way more than I'm currently educated on these things to be able to give you a more clear answer. But just as a broad answer, I'm pro anything that you choose to do with your body. Anything that is imposed, I'd say I do not agree. Taylor Allison Love asks, what are your favorite musicians? So Taylor Allison Love, I love Taylor Swift, and you probably also too, because she has a Taylor Swift also photo. But yeah, I love Taylor Swift. I really like Phoebe Bridgers. I like who else the fuck I like? I like a lot of artists, but I don't think about it. I'm really into Harry Styles lately. Like, I used to be the kind of person who was like, oh, I don't get the whole hype about Harry Styles, but then he dropped Harry's House, and I listened to it in a whole day, and it was like, this is actually really good music. Like, I really like Harry Styles. I've been really into Bon Iver lately. I really like his style. I really like folk music, to be honest. So yeah, I think those are my current musicians that I listen to all the time. And then I have like the old ABBA kick, the old, Britney Spears kick, the old, why am I saying old? Odd. Lizzo kick. I don't know. I just really like pop too. I like Madonna. I like Lady Gaga. I really like a lot of different music, and it depends on my mood. But yeah, it's really hard to answer that question. So Apples and Bees, who I see a lot on my channel as well, said, I miss your videos. Can you touch more about being in a long distance relationship in your Q&A? So yeah, I have been in a long distance relationship for almost 2 years with my current boyfriend. We met at work. We met completely online. He lives in Florida. I live in Buenos Aires. And yeah, it's hard, of course. It's the nature of the relationship makes it naturally more hard because you have to plan it out. You miss each other. You don't have that, everyday contact and, reassurance of being with your partner like every single day. So I would say it's hard in those aspects, but at the same time, I'm with a very good partner, a very reassuring partner. We talk all day, every day. We're there for each other in many ways that we can. And I think, we make it work. I don't know, we're very compatible. We have the same like long-term and short-term goals when it comes to like what we want to do with our lives. So I think, you know, we make it work because we're very compatible and we work really well. We have really good communication, but we had to build that through time, you know, like it wasn't like that all the time. We had to really get to know each other and build the trust and the confidence and, you know, also the good communication between each other. That's something that you build with someone. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because I miss him. I'm going to be seeing him in October and we're in August and I can't wait for him to be here. He's going to be visiting me in October, at the end of October, and I'm probably going to be visiting him in January. So it fucking sucks. I wish he was here all the time, and that's why I always say this situation is unlucky, but it's also very lucky because I do consider him to be my person. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm getting emotional now. So Life with Mia also asked a couple of things about, you know, how is, you know, figure skating and stuff. I think I, well, touched a little bit about it, but while I was figure skating, it was hard. I think figure skating looks really easy and like, because you see the figure skaters and they're so graceful and like they just swing through the ice and look perfect. It's really fucking hard, especially if you've never skated in your whole life. I was a complete newbie, never skated in my life, never even skated out of the ice. So it was hard, but I loved it. I loved it so much. It was a lot of fun. I had really good coaches, really good classmates. It was just awesome. So if you're thinking about doing it, she did say that she has to lose a little bit of weight to feel comfortable skating. I'm reading her question, but as soon as you feel ready to get in the ice, go and fucking do it because it's awesome. So yeah, I hope you do it. I hope you have a rink close to your house. Seriously, spelled with an I, like twice, asked for your Q&A. What do you think about Obese to Beast? His content has been on a decline for months, in my opinion, but I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, so I like this question because Obese to Beast, or John, that's his name, I used to watch him religiously, like you don't even know. And I actually found one of my favorite YouTubers, Megan Ann. Shout out to Megan Ann, I love her. Thanks to Obese to Beast. So I did like his content for a really long time. I don't think his content is bad in any way. I think he's generally a nice person. The only things that I really don't agree with, I would say, like, I think we share a lot of thoughts when it comes to like the fat acceptance, you know, body positivity type of thing, because I do have a video about it where I do mention him as like a good point of reference for, you know, hey, this guy has very similar thoughts than I have. But I think there's just some like things that I don't agree like fully with him. The thumbnails I don't really like sometimes. They look a little bit extreme. I think there's a lot of clickbait sometimes that happens, which is the same thing that I would say about, like, let's say someone that's in a different realm, like Chloe Thing. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's very successful. She seems very nice. Don't like the clickbait. I think it fucking sucks. It does make people be more active, but the clickbait is not really necessary. And I think that's what I feel about John. I don't really like his clickbait sometimes, but honestly, I agree with most of the things that he says. The only time that I think he really fucked up was when we had that whole beef with Michelle. You know, my thoughts would probably offend you. She made a video about pronouns and everything got very like put out of context. Just, I don't know, I didn't really like his response to her video. And I was completely on her side when that happened. But yeah, I don't know. I like John. I think he seems like a good person and I think he means well. I just don't agree with every single thing he puts out there. So those were all the questions that you guys sent in. I thank you so much for just sending me the questions and caring enough to watch my channel. My channel is very, very tiny, but I have reached 119 subscribers, which is insane. I never thought that I would reach more than 20 subscribers, to be honest. And one of my videos is up to 7,000 views. What the actual fuck is going on? Like, that to me is crazy. And just thank you so much for watching, engaging. Even, you know, I've had comments that agree with what I say. I had comments that disagree. I think everything is very productive and everything is just really, I don't know. I feel very grateful for you guys. I'm very happy that you guys are watching me and just, you know, coming to my channel for whatever reason that you like my channel. So yeah, thank you so much for clicking on my videos, watching my videos, subscribing, liking the videos, engaging with me, and for watching this video and for sending all of your questions again. I'm so fucking grateful. So thank you guys. I will see you when I see you. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Love you guys. Bye.